One of the first things you want to do when setting up your gradebook inside of the Moodle interface is to set up the point system. Most instructors at the BAC use one of 2 point systems, either the mean of grades or the weighted mean of grades. The mean of grades simply takes the average of all items, and the weighted mean of grades gives extra significance to some items when it comes to the course total at the end. This can be especially useful for items such as assessments being graded with more significance over items such as homework. Let me show you how to set up these two options. So first you're going to navigate to your course. Find the administration block and go down to grades. From the grader report pull-down menu, go to categories and items. And these are all of the grades that are so far in the course. The max grade for each is 100, as that is the default, and the default course total setting is mean of grades. So right now, all of these receive equal significance in the gradebook total. That is to say, this discussion forum would receive as many points towards the total of the course as would, for example, this final paper. Many instructors would prefer for this final paper to be worth a few times more points, for example, 5 or 10 times more points than this discussion forum over here. And the way you can do that is by manipulating this here. The way we're going to do that is by finding the title, going over to Edit, and Edit Settings. Under Aggregation, from Mean of Grades, go to Weighted Mean of Grades. Scroll down and Save Changes. And now you'll see an extra column here, as well as down here at the bottom, the course total is now reflected as Weighted Mean of Grades. If we would like for this final paper, for example, to be worth 10 times as many points as any of these discussions, we'll have to do that with weights. Weights are relative to each other. So if we want this final paper to be worth 10 times as many points, it'll have to be based upon whatever these are. Let's say each of these discussions is worth 1 weight. So we'll fill those in right now as such. And we want to make them uniform weights across all of this one type. These are all discussions. Now we want this final paper to be worth 10 times as many points, so it's going to be relative to that 1 weight we gave before. We're going to put 10 here. And while we're at it, so that these aren't completely left out, let's fill these in. This assignment I'd like to be worth about 3 times as much as the discussion, and same for this one. And I'd like for this assignment to be worth 5 times as much as the discussion, and this voice thread to be worth 5 times as much. So our weights are all in place relative to each other, and we go to the bottom and Save Changes. So these are all set up, and the way we can see this as an active reflection is we go to Grader Report, and now this course grade over here is a reflection of the weights of each of these. So notice, for example, if a student does particularly well in these discussions, getting 90s over here, but over here when it comes to other assignments that are weighted more, this was weighted much more. If they don't do as well over here, the grade will actually be brought down in a relative sense. If you'd like to learn more advanced features in the Moodle Gradebook, please select from the menu options over here.